Roblox is currently one of the hottest stocks on the market, having surged 120% since the beginning of the year and surpassing its previous all-time high from 2021 at the end of July. And surpassing its previous all-time high from 2021 at the end of July. Now, the big question is, will the trend continue or is the hype already fading? That is what we'll try to find out in this video. Hello and welcome to another video here at Bloomberg Capital. My name is Henrik and let's dive straight into the numbers. Because Roblox had an incredible second quarter. Daily active users rose by 41%, reaching 112 million. Revenue also increased by 21% for the first time, crossing the $1 billion mark. And in a similar vein, bookings jumped by an immense 51%, which should translate to even more revenue in the future. But despite this impressive growth, the company is still not profitable. Though that's not unusual for young tech firms focused on expansion and growth like Roblox. But still, with a price to free cash flow ratio of 86.5, Roblox is currently trading on the more expensive side. So, in general, the growth looks strong with promising prospects, but are there other factors to consider? Yes, there are actually a few. For one, Roblox hosts user-generated content, which is a major advantage because it allows massive amounts of content without the company having to create it themselves. However, this also comes with some downsides, which we'll get to shortly. Because additionally, 40% of Roblox users are under the age of 13. Now, from a long-term growth perspective, that's a fantastic stat, because many of these users are likely to stick around for years, maybe even decades. But again, there's a flip side, because Roblox has been criticized for not doing enough to protect these young users. In the US, the Kids Online Safety Act is on the horizon, which would impose stricter regulations, but Roblox has already taken some major steps to address these concerns, helping to reassure both users and investors. But it is a big challenge, but very crucial to ensure that the user-generated content is appropriate for children. And with this user-generated content, copyright issues also come into play, because a significant portion of content on Roblox uses copyrighted material from other companies. Roblox has often turned a blind eye to this, given the immense amounts of revenue this generates. But now, a substantial share of Roblox content is affected, with entire developer teams focused solely on replicating other video games within Roblox. To counter this, Roblox has already begun forming partnerships with companies like Lionsgate, Netflix, Sega, and Kodansha to legally incorporate their IPs and allow its users to use them. So yes, there are some risks that the company is facing, but Roblox is already taking proactive steps to address them before things escalate further. But the obvious question is, how will price develop from here? To answer that, let's take a look at the chart. Here we see the price development of Roblox over the last couple of years. And we are seeing that after its IPO, price actually broke down quite a bit. But now, ever since late 2023, or rather mid-2024, we're seeing an immense growth in the company from this point to the high, making up a total of over 400%. But now, up here, we are actually seeing a bit of a counter reaction. This was mostly due to the concern of young users not being protected while on Roblox. But now with its first steps, Roblox has eased some of the concerns here, and especially with the new numbers from the second quarter, things aren't really looking as bad, and price hasn't really broke down too badly and has actually started to recover a bit here. And in general, with the immense growth numbers that Roblox is showing, we are seeing that in the long term, Roblox should certainly grow further, just because the numbers are looking so promising and there isn't really an end in sight for these immense growth numbers. But as already stated, in the short term, there are some risks here that are giving some investors some headaches, which could lead to a bigger correction coming to Roblox now. But after that, we should see further rising prices. So how should this play out exactly? We actually have two price targets for you. The first price target is here at around $100 or rather $99. And here the lower target is at $80 or maybe $81. And which of these price targets will be hit is mostly due to the prior risks that I've already stated, escalating or not escalating. So if copyright or child protection become a larger issue, we will most likely steer towards the lower target. And if Roblox manages to contain these issues, then we will probably trend towards the higher target. And how this should play out is that price will slowly trend down, hitting one of these targets. And then after hitting these targets, we should see a tremendous growth here. Most likely even having more momentum than this prior growth right here. So we should see quite an explosive growth coming here for Roblox. And the same is true even if we hit the lower target. We should see a sharper sell-off, with most of the sell-off most likely happening in the span of the potential controversy. But then even after hitting the lower target, we should similarly see some tremendous growth coming to Roblox, taking prices higher a lot here. And in general, I would say that the more likely target is actually the upper target here of only around $100. So really, well, Roblox may face a couple of weeks, maybe months of a sideways phase. Next year should really be a spectacular year for Roblox, where we should see some immense growth. So if you already have a more long-term position in Roblox, it is fine to just hold it and wait for the growth coming next year. If you're looking to get into Roblox, then certainly an opportunity is opening up. But that opportunity is probably not right now. Right now, price is still more on the overbought side, and we should see price come down a little more. And if you don't want to miss the potential entry, then you have two options. For one, you can subscribe to this channel to not miss any future videos we make, for example, on Roblox, or you can check out the description below. There, we offer analysis to over 180 assets, ranging from stocks to cryptocurrencies to precious metals. So everything you can imagine. If you're interested, check it out down below. But in general, I hope this video was helpful, and I wish you a good week. Until next time, here at Bloomberg Capital.